Okay, this is the 100th anniversary year of the Boy Scouts of America, and it's February the 2nd, 2010, and we're here with Mr. Philip Solomons, a lifelong scouter from the Coastal Empire Council, and we have some questions we want to ask Mr. Solomons to record some of his scouting experiences for younger scouts and for the future. Mr. Solomons, I want to ask you a few questions, but first of all, if you don't mind, will you tell us your age?
90.
90 years old. Wow.
My memory is 99.
And were you born in Savannah?
Yep.
Okay.
Outside of 2 tours with the military, never left.
Ah, okay.
Well, I should say outside of my college and 2 tours in the military.
Okay. And so a veteran of World War II?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then college, where did you attend college?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Okay.
Georgia Tech.
And do you remember how old you were when you joined the Boy Scouts? Approximately.
If I had to grab out there somewhere, I guess 12.
Okay. How did you come to join the Boy Scouts?
Well, for one thing, when I was 12, there wasn't all this stuff that's available now.
I understand.
And there was a group of us in public school that friendly with each other, and I first tried I think it was Troop 6 in that church on Bull and 37th Street. And
Okay.
stayed there for a while, and some of our compatriots decided that we'd like to form our own troop,
Ah, okay.
which we did. And I've forgotten how we got them, but there were 2 Armstrong brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do with Armstrong.
Right. Okay.
Joel Armstrong was our, I guguess, what do you call him, commissioner?
Mm-hmm.
And his brother was sort of tangentially.
Okay.
And anyway, we formed Troop 60.
Okay. And did you spend some summers at Camp Strawn? I imagine.
Quite a few. Spent one. I guess it was a part of the program over at Paris Island.
Okay. And
I don't know what we were supposed to. Well, one of the things that's stuck in your mind. I don't know whether there's a Billy Scott now, but at that time there was a Billy Scott, and my bunk was right next to his, and I didn't know it. I guess the troop leader must have known it. We walk in his sleep, and then they ended up. They went to bed. They tied him to the bed.
You can't do that anymore.
So he wouldn't go wandering off.
that you were inducted into the Order of the Arrow Lodge in 1938, the year the lodge was formed.
Order the Arrow?
Order of the Arrow.
Well,
Yes.
you probably know. You probably. Do you know the layout of the old Camp Strong?
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
Well, my initiation, as with several others into the Order of the Arrow, was to clean that field, so it was suitable for a playground, softball, whatever. That was part of the initiative.
Okay. I know there was no swimming pool at Camp Strong, so
Or swimming hole, from what I understand, right? Really want a pool for a while?
We went swimming in the river.
the Vernon River. Thinking back to that first ordeal and induction for the Order of the Arrow in 1938. The Order of the Arrow was new to the Coastal Empire Council. What did you think you were going through?
It was just, I guess you'd call it, not a step up, but an additional elevation in scouting.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't do anything momentous. I guess we did go as far as near the camp as a streetcar went. And then we hiked over camp.
About 2 miles.
So where did the streetcar end up?
It actually went over to Isle of Hope, didn't it?
The streetcar was to Isle of Hope.
Yeah, but it took that left turn off Whitfield, just about 2 miles away from the camp.
Yeah.
So you hiked the
Oh
rest of
yeah,
the way.
Addison's store was up there.
That's the one I was trying to think of. It's, yes.
Good thing he's here for your memory, huh?
Yes.
See, there's something left up there.
And how far did you advance in the Boy Scouts? I looked at your archives there, and I see some of the ranks. Did you make it to Eagle?
Yep.
And
for some reason, I was awarded Silver Beaver,
For some reason.
and
Okay.
I also got my staff. What was that? What was that? I think you were involved in
The
getting that.
Chauffeur Award.
Chauffeur award.
well, the one thing that I'm interested in is the if you recall your Eagle Scout ceremony, where it was presented. I know that now Eagle Scouts are recognition is held at the troops, but years ago I'm told that they were Eagle Scouts. All the Eagle Scouts in the council would come together and be presented with their medal. Is that no?
It was a board at the old auditorium,
Okay.
I think. And you went before the board, and never will forget it, Bob Minus. He questioned one of my merit badges, and he, I don't know who stepped on whose foot, but he recanted, and because I had the requirements. Never forget Bob Minus.
So you went to then a community board. I think that's what you were talking about earlier, community board.
Yeah, it was frequently held in city council chambers. And incidentally, Bob Minus was apologizing to him 40, 50 years later.
And I know you said you have the Silver Beaver and the shofar, but what is the for Scouts today? If you were talking to some young Scouts, 12 years old today, what would you tell them about the importance of that Eagle Scout badge and how much it's meant to you in your life?
Well, I can't equate it that way because scouting itself influenced me terrifically.
Okay.
Of course, I was glad to get Eagle, but the whole atmosphere, the morals, and the attitude toward life, it was just a healthy environment to be associated with.
And I want to move a little bit to the bigger picture and your connection with Savannah. You said you've lived here your entire life, but tell us, is it your father or grandfather who started the Solomon's drugstore in downtown Savannah?
Great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather. Wow. So that's
1845.
So were your father and your grandfather and maybe great-grandfather, were they all pharmacists or both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've used this word before, I think. I was a renegade. They were all University of Georgia.
And you went
And I went
to
to Georgia
Tech.
Tech.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's what surprised me when you said you were a Georgia Tech graduate. I kept thinking Georgia Tech doesn't have a college of pharmacy, so I'm confused.
When General Lee, he visited Savannah a number of times, and on one occasion, and I have a copy of it, written by him to the effect, would you please fill the attached prescription and send it to me, affectionately, Robert E. Lee.
That's incredible. Wow. You said your great-grandfather had opened Solomon's in 1845, and it was in downtown Savannah for another 100+ years.
In downtown, I think it's about 4 different buildings downtown.
Okay.
And this, I think this was where People's Hardware used to be on
Whitaker.
Okay.
Yeah, Whitaker. Whitaker around Congress.
where that bank or insurance company was now, or is now, or whatever.
And I can't help but ask this question since we talked about it, with a father, a grandfather, and a great-grandfather, all pharmacists. What do they think about you going to Georgia Tech and instead of the College of Pharmacy?
By going to Georgia Tech, I met the most wonderful girl in the world.
I bet I know what her name was.
And this is off the beaten track. But anyway, we used to go out on flings on weekend, and one of them was at Hardy's Lake, I think. And the idea was it was a sniper. That's just for wandering around the woods.
Right.
Anyway, this gal fell in a ditch and was hollering, so I went back and helped her out, and I got to know that her name was Shirley Massell. And I don't think I looked at another girl my whole time at Georgia Tech. And we had 49 delightful years together.
Excellent story. Excellent story.
When I went to service, she went to American University, Washington.
Okay.
And then in And I got back out of the service. I was on terminal leave, and we agreed that we should have our life together.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Dr. Marks. Dr. Marks was the rabbi of the Reformed Temple in Atlanta, and very unceremoniously we got married.
Did you know
Happily ever after until she left me in '95. How it came strong, I don't know what the occasion was, and we were going on a hike, and it was in the dark, and Julia said, "Now, you follow me because you probably don't know your way around here." Anyway, Julius got lost.
Are you listening to this, Julius?
In fact, there's a little fund now, in memory of Julius Gray. The requirements for pioneering was building a bridge, and if you remember, out somewhere past Durin, there was all woods out there. And
yes. Believe it or not,
I know, it's just
the Ren wasn't paved until 1956, 55.
and Jack Coleman and I built this bridge across a creek that was back in there.
Now I know that you were supposed to go to the 1935 Jamboree, right? 37. That is correct.
It's in there.
And then you couldn't because of the
They
polio.
had postponed it one year
And so you
because of polio.
so if it had been 35, you went in 36?
37.
37.
37, I think.
Can you tell us anything about that? Any memories about that?
Leo Wachtel went, remember?
I remember the prize trading. It traded there.
Patches?
In the no,
Oh.
just memorabilia.
Oh, okay.
And the prize trade. Guys from Texas had his horned frogs. I was the official correspondent from the Jamboree.
Okay, sure.
Well, at that time, the newspaper gave Boy Scouts at least a spot in the paper.
I just want to tell you, I appreciate everything you've done for scouting in the Coastal Empire Council over the last many years.